The new Corchester, dropping science on your ass like I was Nikola Tesla. So easy to best ya, I'm better than Ezra, because I am the Alpha and you are the Omega.
What's going on, you fucking heathens? Yeah, it's me. I'm back for another volume of Bible Anti-Study. This is volume 6. I'm in the book of John. John happens to be, I don't want to say one of my favorites because that makes it sound like I enjoy reading the Bible for any other purpose than to dismantle it and pick it apart and show that it is bullshit. But in terms of doing all of that, it is one of my favorites. I enjoy reading the Gospels for that reason, simply because it is the core of the Christian doctrine, and if you can pick apart the core, then there's really nothing remaining to stand around it. It's easy for people to point out all the crap that's in the Old Testament, all the violence and things that are sanctioned by God and the people of God that are clearly wrong. Christians often say, well, it was applicable for that time, and it was a different time period, and different lifestyles, different culture, different habits, yeah. When, God being the height of all morality, should know wrong is wrong. That being beside the case, with the Gospels, what is the excuse? There is no excuse. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Here we go. And we are in John. All right, we're going to go to John 12:39. 12:39 and 12:40, where God has hardened the hearts of the Jews to prevent them from believing in Jesus. Which, I know a lot of you are saying, wow, why the hell would God do something like that? It seems totally counterproductive, because even the biggest idiot or somebody who hasn't even picked up the Bible knows from what they are told that the central point to Jesus' coming was to get him to have people believe in him and basically be the Word of God as being the Son of God. So here we go. 12:39. They could not believe because, then on to 12:40. He hath blinded their eyes and hardened their heart, that they should not see with their eyes, nor understand with their heart, and be converted. Well, okay. Here we have a case of God taking away free will. If he's taking away the ability for people to believe or disbelieve, he's instilling disbelief. He's taking away the choice. Christians often argue with me that God gives you your free will, which I say is bullshit. If you have an all-knowing deity who knows what you're going to do beforehand, you really aren't making a choice. You're just kind of going through the motions of what said deity who created all of these things already knows what you're going to do, has planned everything around what he has in store for you and the billions of other people on the earth, which really gets confusing when you think about all the people in the world. Alright. So, but in this instance, it's pretty apparent that, God says, okay, well, all these people, I don't know how many Jews existed at the time, but all these people, let's say hundreds of thousands, just to be on the safe side, we won't go into the millions, I'm sure there was that many, but hundreds of thousands of people, their free will was taken away. Alright, God. We won't question your plan. Alright, now we're going to go on to John 12:47. Does Jesus judge people? Well, in 12:47 he says, I came not to judge the world, but to save the world. And then it goes on into 12:48. He that rejecteth me, and receiveth not my words, hath one that judgeth him. So pretty much what Jesus is saying, that if you reject him, his daddy, God, will judge you. But Jesus isn't judging you. Okay, just saying. Jesus isn't judging you. Bullshit. It's a fine line. What you're skirting here is, Jesus is he's basically playing the mouthpiece of God. In playing the mouthpiece of God, being the Son of God and heralding to all of his opinions and his beliefs, you are playing judge. But even aside from that, let's go ahead and say that in this particular instance, he isn't judging. Throughout the Gospels, we see Jesus pointing the finger by pointing out what is immoral, what is wrong, what won't get you into the kingdom of Never Never Land when you die, what God approves of and disapproves of. Those are judgments. He's not completely judgmental free. If anything, being the Messiah, being the one who is responsible for dictating, the teachings of God, he gets to say, what is right and wrong in regards to the Christian faith. So yeah, he does become judge because he gets to tell you, hey, disciples, this is not the right way. You're doing it wrong. Not only that, you read Revelations, and he clearly becomes judge and motherfucking executioner. Alright, let's backtrack to John 12:25. There it says, He that loveth his life shall lose it. He that hateth his life in this world shall keep it. Alright, so what you're telling me is you must hate your life in order to keep it. Because if you love your life, you'll go to hell after you die. A lot of religions are like this. They teach you to pretty much forswear this world and all of the earthly pleasures of this world. You only get one life, people. Enjoy it. The tactic behind religions, i.e. cults, because that's all they really are, is to get you to step away from what they consider to be distractions. The world and all the pleasures in it are distractions to the religious agenda, simply because they can't get you to focus on the afterlife, to get you to become dependent upon their indoctrination. If you're too busy embracing the world and all of its goodies. So what they try to do is they try to get you, through guilt, through fear, they try to get you to step away from it all. To get you to believe that it's not going to get you the grand prize in the afterlife, when there really is no proof that there is an afterlife anyway. But they get you to step away from it all, telling you that it's sinful, telling you that it's evil, so that they can slowly start to brainwash you into looking towards the sky at an invisible friend that is there whenever you need him, to get you to believe in a fairy tale Never Never Land, when no proof of such exists. And because no proof of such exists, other than the bullshit that man spews from the ass that is on their face, because there is no proof, I say, live your life, don't look for the afterlife, don't feel like what you're doing is wrong because, fanatics tell you that it is. Be happy. Live it up.